big Trane. Get to change out a compressor, one that somebody changed out not too long ago. And this is the welds I'm gonna get to deal with. You know, these type of compressors are already a pain in the ass to get the weld right. So if you don't get the weld right the first time, it's really hard to get it to weld, which you can see happen to these people. Look at this, holy sheep shit. And then up here, it looks like there's a whole bunch of couplers and step downs and everything going into the discharge. Somebody had fun with that, holy hell. So that's what I get to deal with. I don't even know if I can resurrect that from the dead. So this top discharge line here, maybe not even in 1/4 of an inch. You can see right there, that much of that was in there. And then down here, look at that. So this is thoroughly going to be booby-trapped for me to put the new compressor in there. I mean, this is just fucked. I'm sure the compressor's been changed a multiple of times. Oh man, it sucks that the pipe's just, that copper's just all nasty. Look at that, it almost looks like a reducer piece there too. Look how that looks. What the hell did they do? I don't even know how they welded that. Ugh. So yeah, we is seriously booby-trapped by the previous compressor changeouts. So this piece removed was kind of somehow stuck in this one, barely, just a little bit, and then it belled out and fits in here. This was only in to like right here, 1/4 inch, and up here, yeah, as you can see, it's kind of, that's how far that was soldered in up here. Absolute trash that I gotta see if I can make something out of. Shit. So got the compressor pretty much sitting where it goes. You kind of see what we're dealing with here. I mean, it's like, how do you do that, you know? And then up here, the same fucking thing, man. They had this, I just cut this piece out. I mean, holy shit. Of course, this, I bent that back, but this thing was shoved in just this far into the compressor they changed out last time. And look at all the fitting here, fitting here, fitting here. Just a mess. I was hoping this piece here that I found at our shop, I can bend this back. I might be able to do this with the coupler now. One coupler. Swaging tool doesn't go that big, unfortunately. Waiting for my coworker to bring back a couple fittings. I might have to use cut a coupler down and do something to get a new fresh piece of pipe into that compressor and couple it back to that. It's crazy, man. If we would have known this in advance, I mean, of course, it's probably going to be obsolete, but I was saying, you know, maybe you could order the OEM pieces from the factory, you know, these pipes, but probably don't even have it no more. Took us a month almost to get that check valve factory one. Ridiculous. Well, shit. We actually had this piece I fabricated in there and strapped the compressor over it and got the bolts all started. And I was going to weld it, and then I remembered I need to do the oil line. And I like to have the compressor tilted when I do that. So I unbolt it, and the unit, of course, the compressor move is not lined up no more. But tilted so oil doesn't run out right here. It's another steel fitting. Gotta use a stay clean and everything, and just hope it welds, man. If they don't weld the first time, it's really hard to weld this shit. But gonna get this oil equalizer tube put in. Man, this is becoming a real pain in the ass job, man. I've done these before, but usually it's got all the OEM copper, and I'm real careful and, you know, can reuse it. But somebody just absolutely butchered all the fittings and had them pieced together. I mean, this piece is just, they had down in there is just not reusable. And as soon as I was heating it up to pull it out of the T there, it was cracked all the way right there. So this was just junk. Man, I let this thing kick my ass. Man, this thing's being a real ass kicker. So put in this new Street 45 and a short piece, new copper, you know, right there, hard copper, into this compressor. But the thing is, to get the angles right to bolt the compressor back up, we put the ratchet straps on the compressor and kind of lined it up and got some of the bolts started, and then I welded it, which I think was under tension a little bit. So I've had a hard time. I've had some leaks on this, so I've had to solder this same spot a couple times. You know, using the this stuff. But hopefully I got it now, man. Sometimes you have to go back and use the big rosebud at first, but then went back with the small one and just kind of work on little areas at a time, just trying to bridge over. Once you get it to tin, you know, and get the silver, you know, that solder to stick to the steel and stick to the copper, then I'm trying to like just bridge it over, you know, and make it nice and thick and strong right there. Fuck. And up here, you know, kind of out of the pieces of copper I found over at the shop for this, you know, 1.125" or whatever this is, freaking was able to put a new piece here all the way over to here because they had that old ugly freaking piece I showed you earlier. Holy crap. New check valve that leaked. That was where all the refrigerant went. Looks like it's leaking a tiny bit over here, but I ain't even gonna fuck with that, man. Someone put that in 2018. So, but this compressor died. I heard that you're supposed to do them together because they're tandem and everything with the common oil line. But yeah, this is one of those third-party vendors. I don't even know why a company does them. They don't even pay us our going rate. So, bunch of a-holes. So, the coworker let us put the compressor in the back of his work van, and he left to go do something. And then he could pick me up for lunch, but he didn't put the strap on the compressor. So it rolled around in the back of his van. And when we came out from lunch earlier, I noticed oil was just dripping out of his van. That compressor dumped probably a gallon of oil everywhere. So, looks like the car wash and some yellow death is in your future.